After over a month of city life in Bangkok and Chiang Mai, 6 weeks in the south of Thailand was just what we needed. We've lounged on Railay Beach, caught the fire show in Ao Nang, and now it's time to head to our first Thai island, Koh Lanta. Welcome to our villa in the jungle. We are enjoying the beautiful greenery of the Thai islands, currently on Koh Lanta. Looks like it's coming down a little bit this afternoon, so why don't y'all come in out of the rain, we'll show you around. These doors actually open clear across. They're kind of accordion style, and on a good weather day, you can have the entire length of the room open for that beautiful indoor-outdoor living. But today with the rain, we're gonna keep things closed off. The bedroom is actually the only air-conditioned room in the entire villa, so we've spent a lot of time here because on days when it's not raining, that sun comes right in and it gets quite warm. This Airbnb is incredibly beautiful and well appointed with little details all throughout that we've really enjoyed, including things like a beach bag that is fully ready to go. We've got a mat to sit on the sand, we've got snorkel gear, beach towels, all the goods. They've really thought of it all. The bed, which is always really important to Jordan and I, is actually quite comfy. It's kind of memory foam style, but the design details throughout are really what sets this jungle villa apart. It's a concrete construction, which is pretty typical for the area, but the wood details, the tall ceilings, the windows everywhere give you that green jungle vibe, but you're also at the beach. It's delicious and very well thought through. We've really enjoyed it. Behind door number one, we have the closet slash kitchenette. Kitchenette's pretty simple. We have a mini fridge, hot water kettle, instant coffee, that kind of a thing. Let's go see the bathroom. And behind door number two is the bathroom. It's beautiful, very well sized. We have a huge shower, concrete again with beautiful wood details. I love a good shower view, and the window in the shower where I can see all the beautiful jungle plants out of it. Excellent, very beautiful. And behind doors number 3 and 4, I guess, we have the living room slash office, an actual desk with a chair and strong Wi-Fi. A dream. We couldn't ask for more. We're usually just making a couch or a kitchen table work for us when we're editing on the road. This setup has been excellent. I will say for this Airbnb, being on an island, kind of in a remote part of it, excellent Wi-Fi. Since the only dining table is actually outside in the garden, this has also kind of been where we've eaten our meals when we're here and just spent a lot of time hanging out, enjoying. They have a Bluetooth speaker, we play some music, we enjoy the little hammock nook, which is very soothing as you're kind of sitting and enjoying the view of the beautiful jungle. Again, all the details are so beautiful, but I think we've saved the best for last because what you're here for is the outdoor atmosphere, and this garden has that.
There's the kid.
Oh, and we're gonna have visitors every single day because our garden is also the most popular place for hide and seek in the neighborhood. You gotta go with the flow a little bit when you're traveling, and since we're dealing with a little bit of weather, I'm gonna report to you weather with lady style. This is the beautiful garden jungle. On a sunny day, it is the place to be. They've done such an excellent job of creating almost like a fence of greenery, because I will say there is a small hotel right there and 2 people's houses right there, but we've had it all to ourselves. It's been dead quiet because nobody's in any of that right now. We are still in the jungle, so I think it is really important to mention that you are going to have critters. You just are. None of these doors or windows close all the way. There's a slight gap around pretty much the entire thing. And really, they're all meant to be open most of the time to create a breeze because the AC can really only cool the bedroom. So we've seen centipedes, we have geckos that pretty much live with us as pets now, water bugs, ants, mosquitoes. We even experienced a termite swarm on our second night. Never in my life have I seen or experienced anything like that. And it was a one-night show, but let me tell you, when it's like 11 p.m. and you're trying to go to bed and there are termites swarming every single bulb in the house, it's not something you're quick to forget.
Yeah, I thought we came here in the dry season. It's been raining off and on for like 10 days straight all around Krabi, Koh Lanta, and really all southern Thailand. I'd have wet butts. It's okay though.
You have a pack towel to wipe it off.
I got you. Cool you down.
Well, if you're gonna do it, can you go all the way to the back there?
I'm getting a little picky now.
All the way, all the way. Ooh.
Much cooler than I've ever been since I've been here. We got the motorbike here in Kantiang Bay, which is where we're staying. It's a small little area in the far south of Koh Lanta, near Koh Lanta National Park. And the motorbike rental is only 200 baht per day. And to get it, you either have to deposit basically your passport, or you can choose to leave 3,000 baht with them and get that back when you return the scooter. Let's go.
Sweetest boy drying the seat off with his own butt. Just so I don't have to be so soggy. But we are going to take you all to the hottest place in town for lunch. Let's hit it.
You can't keep me far away for long. You can't keep me far. You can't keep me far. You can't keep me far away for too long. You can't keep me far. You can't keep me far. Please don't keep me far away for too long. You can't keep me far.
You got a little yellow water on you there, bud. We are at Drunken Sailors, which is the best place for lunch, if you're asking us, in all of Kantiang Bay. I almost threw my helmet there.
And can I also get a side of white rice? Do you want a cappuccino?
Yes.
Yeah, and a hot cappuccino as well. Kapungka.
It's Saturday and it's hopping here at the Drunken Sailor. This is by far our favorite restaurant here in Kantiang Bay. They have tons of veggie options, vegan options. We both got some coffee to start. Is that not the most beautiful cappuccino you've ever seen? Have a little cinnamon on top. I think I got spring rolls for me. Jordan got an acai bowl. We absolutely love this place. The vibes are immaculate. You can sit in a hammock and eat. You can sit in a beanbag or at a table. They've got Wi-Fi that works well. We're obsessed with this place.
I've been getting the espresso macchiatos here because we just came from Italy and we just got espresso macchiatos every single day. They're not $1 like they are in Italy. They're about $2 USD to get the espresso macchiatos, but the foam on there is so frothy, just like Italy, and they're really delicious.
I love it when a cat comes and sits next to me. It happens every once in a while. I feel very graced by their presence, you know? That fluffy gray one is always here. She likes to play and interact, but sometimes bites, so I'll give her space, but she's so pretty.
Also, this place has some craft beers from Southeast Asia, like Railay Thailand, if you want some craft beers while you're in Kantiang as well. Alright, we're gonna go fill up the tank on the motorbike, and then we're gonna show y'all around the small little village of Kantiang Bay.
A little bit of traffic here in Kantiang Bay this moment. Alright.
Go right in.
Hop on. I think we need some gas. Yeah, babe?
Yep.
Yep, need some gas. Then we're thinking about showing you around town a little bit. What do you say?
Just one bottle should be good.
Okay. Thank you.
Got one bottle. I don't know how big that is. It's just a
liter,
little
probably?
liquor bottle. It's probably a liter for 40 baht.
The gas station, much like back home, is also a bit of a convenience store. They have a few grocery items and kind of basic convenience things that you can pick up there as well. But we are going to take you through town. Town is more or less 1.5 streets here in Kantiang Bay. Everything is very island-like, very slow. First up is the popular restaurant, which we haven't tried, but it always has people for dinner time. They didn't seem to have a whole lot of veggie options though, so we skipped it. Next up is going to be the a la carte restaurant, which we have been to several times. Highly recommend. I think we had all of our dinner there for under $5. On your left coming into town, you're gonna have 7-Eleven. This is where you're gonna have ATM, grocery items, and also where you can buy bug spray, which we've had to restock a couple of times. Continuing on, you've got a couple of massage places that I'm not sure are open, and on our left is Drunken Sailor. Drunken Sailor is pretty much as far as we tend to go in town unless we're going out like to a restaurant or something, but let's flip back around and we'll show you the other half of town. The main part of town is mostly like a V. It's 2 streets. Just across from Drunken Sailor is a laundry place. We have tried that out. It was great, 40 baht per kilogram. It's worth mentioning all of these restaurants down here close on Wednesdays, and there's really only 1 or 2 kind of street cart vendors that were open when that was going on, so we had to do a 7-Eleven lunch once or twice. But hey, they deserve a break just like everybody else. All right, heading away from downtown, if you will, and towards the beach, we have a tourist information center, which is also where we rented our motorbikes, 200 baht per day, easy peasy. I think they can also set you up with transfers and tours. But we are heading all the way down this road to the Why Not bar. It's pretty much the main place to like hang out and have a bar atmosphere, if you will. It's right on the beach. Welcome to the Why Not bar. We've come for drinks and whatever sunset we're gonna get during a rainstorm because why not? I have ordered, I think it was called a sasam shake, very light, very delicious. Jordan's got his Singha beer, and we're just looking out onto Kantiang Bay. It's gray, it's raining, but still it's very relaxing. We're the only ones here. They've got mellow music playing, and we're just watching the rain fall down the thatched roof of the bar. This is the spot.
So apparently one of the things to do while you're here in Koh Lanta is to go beach hopping to all the different beaches here. There's Long Beach, there's Bamboo Bay, there's Kantiang Bay, there's Beautiful Beach. There's just beaches all up and down. To be honest, we haven't had a need to go to any of the other beaches. We've always just come here, taken a walk, watch the sunset. There's always a bunch of sand crabs out there and hermit crabs, and there's even like a little family of monkeys back over here that'll play on the little boats on the sand around sunset time. And this place is awesome. The vibes here with the drinks and the views.
Polishing off my cocktail, very delicious. The cocktails here were $160 and up. Basically, they have quite the list of beers, drinks, all kinds. And we just kind of wanted to mention the vibe of Kantiang Bay. Like, if you are looking for a mellow, beachy, warm destination that's relatively affordable, like, this is the spot. The town is small. I feel like it's the kind of place where when a new tourist arrives, everybody knows because there's only a handful of restaurants and a handful of places to stay. In fact, when we've gone to dinner, they're like, oh, where are you staying? And we mention our host's name and they're like, yeah, they live just over there. It's that kind of vibe. If you want more adventure, you could base yourself out of here and rent a motorbike and go all up and around the island. The Kantiang Bay is chill. It's peaceful. It's jungly. We're really enjoying it. We're about to pull up to dinner. We're gonna hit up the, what's it called? Pad Thai Rock and Roll?
Yeah, Pad Thai Rock and Roll.
Pad Thai Rock and Roll for dinner. This is our 3rd time here. It's so great. Highly recommend. The owners are excellent. Can y'all see me? I look dark. I don't think y'all can see me.
You just go to the top of the hill to get to Pad Thai Rock and Roll. Oh, puppy dog.
A dog. Made it. I tell you what, today has made me long for the days of our time in Tucson and the deserts. Swatika. Because you stay soggy here in Thailand. Sweat or rain, it's one or the other.
I see. Y'all, we're at Pad Thai Rock and Roll, and this is one of our favorite restaurants here in Kantiang Bay area. I think the owner that cooks up all the food here, I'm pretty sure he was in a rock and roll band in Thailand. His pictures and everything are up on the walls, and they've got just the classic rock playing every time you come, and the food is absolutely delicious. Ashley and I both got the green curry, and they can make it vegetarian with tofu and veggies. It is so good.
The green curry was delicious. Highly recommend. We love this place. We were talking to the owner a bit. His name is Jaeb, and we were asking him about his band because he's got like newspaper clippings all over the wall about it. And he was saying that he used to live in Finland, and he was in a cover band up there. He played bass, and they were up there for 10 years. In fact, some of the band members still play up there and still live in Finland. I think he was saying it was one of the islands between Finland and Sweden. Isn't that wild? Like, such a small world. And now he's back in Koh Lanta. He's from Krabi. Back in Koh Lanta, running a restaurant and like bringing all the good tunes to Americans and everybody else. That's so cool. I love those moments. But anyway, dinner was delicious. We're gonna head back to the house and call it a day. See you on the next one.